Hey there and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. My name is Pete and today we complete another episode of our Mass Effect 2 Insanity walkthrough as we finally get back into the main game and visit a planet that should offer us a few very interesting quests and storylines. Over the course of the last 4 episodes we completed the Overlord DLC and there was actually a financial reason behind it. To avoid unnecessary backtracking in future episodes, we need to accumulate at least 214,000 credits before doing what we're about to do today. Prior to the Overlord DLC, we did not have that much money, which is why we completed it first, before we're now starting with not 1 but 2 loyalty missions. Kelly here has informed us on numerous occasions that Mordin wants to talk to us, so let's head over to the labs and pay him a visit.
Shepard, important news. Know you're busy. Have to deal with the collectors. Planning attack. Too important to wait. Just receiving data. Still processing, analyzing likely scenarios. Not sure how to begin. Too much intel. You remember our talk? My work on genophage modification?
And we want to go with the Remind Me option here, as that allows us to collect 2 Renegade points later, even though we already know about his work on the genophage.
Why don't you refresh my memory?
Personally led a team, created new version of genophage, released it on Tuchanka, other colonies. Restabilized Krogan population.
Nice job. I could see why Cerberus brought you on board.
Very difficult, yes. Complex work to stabilize population. Mistake could have wiped out species. Glad to see you understand. Had to be done.
And here we want to agree with him for the aforementioned Renegade points, even though, again, that might not be our or Shepard's true opinion.
The Krogan would be a danger to the whole galaxy if the genophage was cured.
Exactly. Best solution for everyone, even Krogan. Can discuss more later. More pressing issue now. Blood Pack mercenaries captured former team member. Malin, last seen on Tuchanka, might torture him, make an example. Recovering Malin would be a personal favor to me.
Before we go, let's also ask if Mordin himself might be in trouble, as that would probably complicate our business on Tuchanka a lot.
Do you think they found out your team updated the genophage?
Unclear. No way to determine until we get to Tuchanka.
And of course, we will accept the quest and promise to go to Tuchanka right away.
We'll go to Tuchanka and see if we can find your team member.
Appreciate it. My assistant, my student, want to see him safe. Malin last seen outside Urdnot territory. Scouts might have seen Blood Pack. Talk to them or clan chief.
Alright, 2 Renegade points earned, and since we're going to the Krogan homeworld and have a Krogan on board who also wants to speak to us for quite some time now, let's pay another short visit to Grunt next.
Chambers said you're tearing up the place. Something wrong?
Something is wrong, Shepard. I feel wrong, tense. I just want to kill something with my hands. More so than usual, like it's not my choice. Like I just want to, I don't know. See? Why do that? What's wrong?
No morality points this time, but I feel it might be best not to offer simple solutions and instead ask what Grunt himself might know.
Okir didn't imprint anything to help you figure this out?
I see pictures of old battles, voices of warlords, but this is a blood haze in my head. I want control. When we're moving, fighting, I focus. But here my blood screams, my plates itch, and even you are just noise. I'm tank-born. What is this?
At this point we have several options that all won't reveal too much additional info, but since we're about to embark for Tuchanka anyway, we might as well suggest asking for the opinions of other Krogan.
Don't know if I can help, Grunt. Sounds like we need one of your kind to look into this.
Most off-world Krogan are warriors. Doctors don't leave the homeworld, Tuchanka. I won't ask you to go there. I will control this.
And again, no need to postpone this mission either. We will land on Tuchanka in just a few moments, so let's spread some hope.
Joker can get us to the Krogan homeworld. I need everyone at their best.
Thank you, Shepard. I don't like this. Fury is my choice, not a sickness.
Okay, there we are with 2 new loyalty missions started, so I would say it's time to set course towards the Krogan homeworld of Tuchanka.
Commander, you might want to speak with Tally. She seems very worried about something.
For the moment, however, we are still in the Phoenix massing, so let's plot a course back to the mass relay and get out of here. The cluster we have to go to is hard to miss. It's the Krogan DMZ on the other side of the galaxy. As we arrive, we could immediately drop down onto Tuchanka, but we will not come back here once both loyalty missions have been completed, so let's first explore a bit.
Fuel at 1/2 capacity.
For our first trio of planets, we head over to the Nith system, where we first investigate the hothouse planet Tula. With a surface temperature of over 1000 degrees Celsius, the planet is all but hospitable, and its comparatively small mineral resources don't exactly beg for us to stay long either. Over on Mantoon, the situation is a little different. Yes, the planet is also pretty hot, but it has an abundance of iridium as well as a small element 0 deposit, so a quick mining stop could be worthwhile. After flying right through the system's sun, we can then also check out the ice giant Vard, although there is not too much of interest to be found here. The planet itself is fairly unremarkable, and mineral-wise there's also not a lot to be found, so let's complete our tour of the system at this point and continue with the Dranik system. Four planets await us, starting with another ice giant Endor. There is a space station nearby from where the Citadel Council monitors ship traffic, searching for starship-mounted weapons, which the Krogan are not allowed to possess, but apart from that, the planet is not overly exciting. If you're looking for a few thousand units of iridium, however, then a stop on Kelim might be useful, as the rock planet offers a medium-sized deposit and has, with good reason, been mined by the Krogan in the past as well. Now, if platinum is more your thing, then I recommend the ice dwarf Sasgoth, a planet with one of the largest platinum deposits in the entire game, worth just about 19 to 20,000 units. Platinum can also be found in abundance over on Rothia, as well as a small amount of element 0. The planet itself, on the other hand, is no longer attracting any visitors after the Krogan used it as a test site for an unknown weapon system. And with that, we only have the Aralak system left, where the Krogan homeworld is located. Before we land there, however, we can quickly stop by the gas giant Vol. Now, gas giants are rarely rich in minerals in this game, and Vol is no exception. Apart from a medium-sized iridium deposit, we won't find anything particularly useful here, so let's move on. Our next stop is Kanin, a rather hot planet with a 700-kilometer wide impact crater on its surface. Unfortunately though, that is about the most interesting thing about this planet, as minerals are in short supply. That finally changes as we get close to Krogan, a planet famous in Krogan mythology and a place where year after year several Krogan try to prove themselves, almost always resulting in their death, however. On the mineral side of things, Krogan offers a large palladium deposit, so a brief mining stop could be worth it. Up next, we have the rock planet Durac, previously inhabited by a few Krogan clans, but now deserted after those clans all destroyed each other. What's left is only a decent amount of iridium, so once again, sending down a few probes is an option. As the fifth of 6 planets in the system, we now visit another gas giant in Ruam. Unsurprisingly though, we won't find any noteworthy mineral deposits here. The Citadel Council has another small monitoring station here, again to keep an eye on the Krogan on Tuchanka. Speaking of which, here we are now, about to land on the Krogan homeworld. But Tuchanka is still very much a ruined battlefield and a hostile place for visitors, not only because of radioactivity, ash clouds and hot temperatures, but also because of the ever-aggressive Krogan themselves, as well as the countless predators living on Tuchanka. Still, it looks like we have business down there, so let's assemble our squad. And of course we will take both Mordin and Grunt with us, since both of them have their loyalty missions take place here. We will, however, not spend any points upgrading them, as we're waiting for their loyalty abilities to unlock, and at least for the first 15 to 20 minutes on Tuchanka, our weapon loadout is also not hugely important. So here we are, we have landed on Tuchanka and we're about to receive a less than hospitable greeting.
Stop right there, alien. You're Shepard of the Normandy. The clan leader wants to speak with you. Keep your running pet on a short leash. Get him the right soon or put him down.
And well, since this guy appears to know a bit more about what might be wrong with Grunt, let's ask about that right before we move on.
Do you know what's wrong with him? What he needs?
There's nothing wrong with him. Just go speak to the clan leader.
Alright, we'll do that. Let's make our way into the Krogan base.
Someday we'll get off this rock and show those Turians who's boss. Tear them right. Tear their scales off and let the Pyjaks feast on them while they're still alive. Ha!
Urdnot clan reports use weak encryption. I see references to a captured Solarian in the logs of the Chief Scout.
Good. Talk to Scout then. Or Chief. Either one acceptable.
Also, I have been unable to access local medical records. I suggest asking the local clan leader for assistance with Grunt's problem.
Our talk with the clan leader is about to happen, but first let's get a few lines from Grunt.
This is the great Krogan homeworld. This is the land of Kredok, Shiagar, and Viol. This chunk of rock is barely worth standing on. Never thought I'd miss the tank.
And there we go. Now it's time to have a talk with the Krogan clan leader.
Hold it. You must wait till the clan leader summons you. He is in talks.
You know what tradition demands. Clan Urdnot must respond. Your reforms will not go unopposed. You risk appearing weak at a critical time.
Shepard.
Good enough? Excuse me.
Out of my... Shepard! My friend. You look well for dead, Shepard. Should have known the void couldn't hold you.
Now, we could get straight to business or congratulate Wrex on his promotion, but it's been a while since we last saw him, so let's reminisce at least for a few seconds.
Looks like helping me destroy Saren and the Geth has worked out for you. Glad we didn't have to kill each other on Vermeer.
You made the rise of Urdnot possible. Vermeer was a turning point for the Krogan, though not everyone was happy about it. Destroying Saren's genophage cure freed us from his manipulation. I used that to spur the clans to unify under Urdnot.
You abandoned many traditions to get your way. Dangerous.
Speak when spoken to, Uvenk. I'll drag your clan to glory whether it likes it or not. Now, Shepard, what brings you here? How's the Normandy?
Well, there was this incident with the Collectors a while ago. Seems like Wrex has not yet heard about it.
Destroyed in the Collector surprise attack. I ended up spaced.
Well, you look good. The benefits of a redundant nervous system.
Yeah. Humans don't have that.
Oh, it must have been painful then. But you're standing here, and you've got a strong new ship. Takes me back to the old days. Us against the unknown, killing it with big guns. Good times.
Okay, now we could get more information for Grunt's and Mordin's loyalty quests here. We could also ask Wrex to join our squad, but before we do any of that, let's learn a bit more about what he's been doing, because it sure seems like he's turning Krogan culture on its head.
Sounds like you've got big changes ahead for the Krogan.
We are making a neutral ground where all clans are welcome. Fertile females can be shared among clans. We will strengthen the race as a whole.
You threaten everything that makes us strong. It will not last.
Maybe. Until then, you're lucky to be a part of it.
Alright, a bunch of questions here that will shed a bit more light on his plans and ambitions, and we'll go through them all before we talk about our business on Tuchanka.
What did the women of Clan Urdnot think about this plan?
It was our female clan leader's idea. The neutral area is safe, and it encourages more female clans to ally with us. Attacks on Urdnot now endanger the females of all clans. Even clans that want to see me dead will defend Clan Urdnot.
Your women have their own clan structure?
Nothing is more valuable than a fertile female. We know it. They know it. They isolate themselves for their own protection. We work together to set up breeding alliances. I can hardly do anything without clan leader Yuta's approval.
What's so important about maintaining individual clans?
Every clan has different customs, rites of passage, rules of behavior, battle songs, all unique. That diversity makes us great. No clan, not even mine, was meant to survive on its own.
Urdnot is the leading clan. Doesn't that make your culture primary?
For now. But every clan has its unique assets. The best tacticians are Urdnot. Chorgal has the longest breeding line. Gatatog holds the oldest settlement. Others have their own strengths. We keep going how we are. The clans will end up as craters under nuclear haze. Even Urdnot. We need to rethink. Restart.
How do you maintain security with so many different clans in one place?
Any clan willing to send in hostages can come in. No fighting inside the camp. Each clan punishes its own criminals. We stop conflicts before anyone dies. Then we present a simple choice. Pay a fine and deal with your problems, or your clan is no longer welcome.
That doesn't sound very harsh by Krogan standards.
Allies from other clans like what I'm doing. They help deal with skeptics. Many are eager for an outlet. Every time I've declared a clan unwelcome, my allies have destroyed them. Word gets around.
This sounds ambitious. How's it gone so far?
Better than I'd feared. Worse than I'd hoped.
It can't continue. You are going against what makes us strong.
Sounds like you're not making friends.
Traditionalists like Uvenk are chained Varen, always fighting, guiding their pathetic stick in the ground. When the smoke clears, I can plant the flag on their corpses and rally the rest around a new Krogan hub.
Sounds like you're counting on a lot of bloodshed, even after you unite.
It will be slow, but I won't change what we are. Krogan are judged by the strength of our enemies. Our worst insult is to say someone's not worth killing.
Okay, sounds like Wrex is really serious about all of this, and it appears as if his plan is working, at least so far. For now, we can't get any more information out of him, so let's talk about our plans for a change.
I hope that works well for your people. But back to the reason I'm here.
We don't often allow aliens to do business on Tuchanka, but you're an exception.
And we'll only ask about Mordin's loyalty mission for now. That is the one we'll take care of first. For Wrex, we will return at a later point in time.
I'm looking for a Solarian. He was captured by the Blood Pack and brought here.
My scout commander can direct you. He's probably near the perimeter running target practice. Don't take too much of his time. I need a constant watch on the other clans.
And that's all we needed. Wrex has pointed us in the right direction, so let's get moving.
I need to go. We'll go over this another time.
Watch yourself, Shepard. Tuchanka isn't safe and homey like Pharaohs and Ilos.
Now, we won't go and talk to the scout commander right away. Instead, we will make a brief stop over at the local Krogan merchant.
Were you around when the female camps and the children over last week?
No, I was off dealing with a Varren attack. What? Any promising warriors?
Yes, of course. They're strong. One day they will tear our enemies apart. You don't want anything I sell, human. It'll tear your insides like you swallowed knives.
Sounds lovely, but we're still going to talk to him.
Greetings, human. My name is Wrex. Have a look at what I've got.
And his friendliness here might seem surprising, considering how we were greeted earlier, so before we get down to business, let's ask him about that.
Everyone I talk to hates that aliens are in Urdnot. Except you.
I don't have the luxury of turning away paying customers. I do enough business off-world to know that you aliens have more credits than people here do.
And now we can ask him about the goods he's selling. Maybe he has something that we might be interested in.
What do you have in stock?
Most of it's food and drink that's toxic to humans. Rincall's a local favorite. Don't try to act tough, it'll tear your insides apart.
He's not joking. Rincall hits aliens like ground glass.
Otherwise, I've got weapons, scrap, and whatever food those Pyjaks don't steal, which isn't much. Take a look at my kiosk over there if you want to buy something.
Now, he just mentioned Pyjaks, and since we're not Krogan, we do of course have no idea what that actually is.
What the hell is a Pyjak?
Off-world vermin. Humans say they're like monkeys. They come in and steal food, Rincall, whatever they can get their talons on. We started using the mounted defense cannons to stop them.
Why did you call the Pyjaks off-world vermin?
An alien trader landed here a few years back. He had goods he salvaged from some place called Elitania. Said they were stowaways. They swarmed off his ship and started stealing food and shitting everywhere.
I can't imagine you let him walk away after that.
Not a chance. One ball of Pyjak dung nailed the leader of Clan Forsan across the forehead. That's apparently grounds for execution.
Sounds like he could use our help then, and to be honest, getting some target practice might not be the worst idea.
I'm a good shot. Maybe I can help out with the Pyjaks.
Feel free. You can use the console out there to control the guns. Make a dent in the Pyjak population, and you get a discount. Good luck with that.
I should go.
Suit yourself.
Alright, quest obtained, and since he promised a discount, we'll take care of it immediately.
One of the children, probably 5 years from the Rite. He had my eyes, I think.
Think you actually had a fertile female on one of your trips to their camp?
I must have.
A son. Good for you. We'll get a ring call to celebrate.
Now, keep the conversation between these two in mind. It will get a bit more interesting down the line, but for now we can watch some pit fighting.
Put down some real money, human.
Two Varren will go up against each other, and we can put money on either one of them, but for now let's just watch and keep our credits to ourselves. And that's the fight already over. We'll keep the option in mind, however, just in case.
Watch it, human.
And here we are. Let's have a quick chat with the Chief Scout.
What do you want, human? Wrex told me to be polite. He didn't say you were going to talk to me.
Now, we could once again jump right to Mordin's loyalty mission, but we've had some success being friendly and inquisitive, so let's continue down that path with this guy as well.
So, you're in charge of Urdnot scouts? Why waste your time shooting at vermin?
Ammunition is the one thing we're not hurting for on Tuchanka. As Scout Commander, I have to set an example. Plus, the little bastards get into food supplies if their numbers get too high. Can't have that.
And here we can now ask a few questions about the duties of a Scout Commander and the Krogan's need for scouting in general, and we can also learn a bit more about the Pyjaks, which we'll take care of in just a moment.
Don't your storehouses have automated defenses?
Why bother? Half of what we eat is vermin. And if we get hold of defense systems, we don't use them to guard grain. We've got weapons stockpiles to take care of. Beyond that, our women and children get the security.
Your enemies go after civilians?
Easiest way to wipe out a clan. Women and kids can fight, but they're always outnumbered if another clan goes after them. If its women and children are killed, the clan's hope for the future is lost. It falls apart. We don't do that, though. Wrex's orders. Even if it costs us a battle, we don't fire on non-combatants.
Taking care of your food supply would help more in the long run.
If Clan Urdnot kills our guards and helps itself to our well-secured food, there won't be a long term. This is Tuchanka. Having power and clean water means we're living in luxury.
You see a lot of action around here?
Enough. Varen here and there, and snakes in any of the water safe enough to drink. Wrex has made ceasefire agreements with some of the clans, but I still have to patrol, keep them honest.
What does the Scout Commander do?
We find out where the enemies are, and we make them think that there are too many of us to screw with. Sometimes that means harassing the perimeter, taking out a generator or two. Other times, we play hide and seek. We leave lots of tracks, exaggerate our numbers.
That's not recon, that's sabotage.
It's a lot easier to count their numbers once you blow some of them up. Everyone knows where Urdnot is, human. It's not like we can hide.
So every clan of Tuchanka encroaches on the other clan's borders?
Borders? This is Tuchanka. Our borders are determined by the range of our guns. We are what we are, human. If we didn't fire at them, they wouldn't take us seriously.
And that's all we can get out of him. We'll talk to him again for Mordin's quest, but for now we can leave and shoot some Pyjaks.
Thanks for the information.
Whatever.
The defense gun controls are right here, so let's get to it.
Look at him run. Ah!
Alright, welcome to the Pyjak shooting minigame. By moving around that small orange circle with the movement control keys, we can mark our target destination and then we can fire with the action key that is also used for sprinting and vaulting over cover. The number in the top right corner indicates how many Pyjaks we have to kill, while the missile icons below show us how much ammunition we still have left. The first wave here consists of 12 Pyjaks, for which we have a total of 20 shots, so killing them all is not too hard. If the Pyjaks make it to the lower edge of the screen, they will steal supplies from the food storage, indicated by the red bar in the lower right corner, and if that bar is completely emptied out, the quest is failed. As you can see though, the first wave here does not present too much of a challenge. Killing 12 Pyjaks is far from enough, however, so we are now presented with a second wave, this time consisting of 15, and once again we only have 20 shots to take them out. The Pyjaks will now begin to appear in a slightly faster rhythm, so we have to move our aim a little faster as well, but again we can afford to miss a few shots, so the task should not be too difficult. And while I am actively moving our aim towards the Pyjaks, you could alternatively also just move in a straight line from left to right, always going back and forth, since the Pyjaks all eventually move towards the bottom of the screen, so waiting for them there is actually a very solid strategy, especially since a few of them already spawn pretty close to the bottom, while others appear quite a bit further away. And here we go, 16 shots for 15 kills, that is pretty accurate, but once again we're not done yet. The third and final wave now consists of 18 Pyjaks and we are still not getting more than 20 shots, so this time we have to be on target. At this point, it is probably worth mentioning that the effective blast radius of our shots is quite a bit larger than the outer circle of our target marker on the ground indicates, so especially in this third wave, in which the little beasts will appear in even quicker succession, you can occasionally hit 2 of them with only 1 shot. Especially once you have landed 1 or 2 misses, for example by hitting one of the big tires on the ground instead of a Pyjak, going for these multi-kills becomes a very good idea, otherwise your ammo might run out before the Pyjaks do. All in all though, this minigame is really not too difficult to complete, and even the third wave can be mastered with a quick trigger and perhaps with a bit of luck. And there we are, Wrex's quest is complete. Let's return and grab our discount.
Eyes straight ahead.
On the way over, we can also listen into the Krogan, who just learned that one of them is now a father, but who have very different ways of handling that.
My son, we played tackle the Baron. He was good, fast, strong. Well, of course he was. Any son of yours must be. Then they went back to the female camp. He was so fast. I didn't get to talk with him.
You don't want anything I sell, human. It'll tear your insides like you swallowed knives. Seeing those vermin roasting in the heat from an explosive shell, I swear it was glorious.
It was a lot of fun.
And help yourself to more. There's no shortage of Pyjaks out there if you get a craving for violence. I'll give you a discount at my store. Anything you want, you buy at cost.
And that's exactly what we wanted. We will definitely not repeat the shooting game anytime soon, but will gladly help ourselves to a few handy upgrades.
I should go.
Suit yourself.
Now, together with 40 experience points, we can now get our hands on some Pyjak meat, which is only available after the quest for Wrex has been completed. It costs nothing and will actually be of use in a moment, so let's grab some. We will then also purchase a heavy weapon ammo capacity upgrade. For 25,000 credits, we're now one step closer to being able to fire the M920 cane twice before having to collect additional ammo.
This is valuable.
The stabilization gauntlets here are then comparatively cheap and will probably only grab them for the sake of completion. The shield bonus is nothing too crazy, and I believe we have better options already available. The death mask then falls in the same category. It gives us a negotiation bonus, which only means a bonus to obtain morality points, but it looks a bit goofy, almost like the Quarian mask, and as you know, I like Shepard's recon hood a lot. With a 5% health bonus, the asymmetric defense layer is then about as useful as the shield bonus from the stabilization gauntlets, but of course we'll grab it to complete our collection. Finally then, we have another shield bonus from the shield harness, and that completes our shopping spree. The discount, however, was very important because we will have to buy a few other things with the money we now have left. Now, with the Pyjak meat we just bought, we can now interact with the Varren here and feed it. Without the meat, we would only be able to pet it or leave it alone.
Here, try this.
Looks like Urs finally found someone to follow around.
And yes, now we have a pet Varren that will indeed follow us around.
Should I ask the female clan for right of parentage? Why bother with all the politics? You know you've sired a son. That's enough. But I could teach him to hunt, the best way to shoot a gun, to fight with honor and savagery. You can do that next time they bring the children. It's not the same.
Now, remember the Varren fighting in the pits? Well, now that we have a Varren of our own, let's see what we can do with it.
Put down some real money, human.
And here you can see it, we can now have our Varren fight for us, and since it is a former champion pit fighter, our odds of winning are very good, so let's place a bet of 500 credits and hope our champion is victorious. And there we go, 500 credits won. Let's do that again.
Put down some real money, human.
And that's another success. Let's see how many more we can get.
Put down some real money, human. One wrong.
Alright, that was a short-lived winning spree. Our Varren is now dead, but in total we made a small profit of 500 credits.
One more win in the pits, and I'm retiring.
Yeah, I kind of wish the same was true for us. It is actually possible to make a considerable amount of money this way, as the Varren you can get from Wrex is extremely likely to win pit fights, so winning 8, 9, maybe 10 fights in a row is not too uncommon. For the sake of your viewing experience, however, I am actually quite happy that it only took us 3 attempts to get the animal killed, which is sad of course, but this is Tuchanka and death lurks around every corner here. We have now made our way back to the Chief Scout, who will point us in the right direction for Mordin's loyalty mission, but since that mission itself will take some time to complete, I think we can make the cut here for today. In the next episode, we will then search for Mordin's missing colleague and perhaps learn a bit more about the Salarians' work on the Genophage, but until then, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, then I would of course be very happy if you could leave a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing and want to support me and my channel further, then you can also subscribe to stay up to date, or you can support me over on Patreon as well. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.